Hello everyone, welcome to African Pot. So this is our African delicacy and this is how it actually looks like. So this is the beans we are going to be using to prepare this meal. I'm going to be placing the English name over there. In Igbo language it's called Fiofio. So I'm going to be placing the English name over there, and this is the local pot I'm going to be using. This is a local stove. So firstly, we are going to parboil our beans. Then this you see over here is a dry cocoyam, the edible one. So this is how it's been done. You get it from the market where they sell grains. So I'm going to mash it up into tiny pieces. As you can see, I pound it to reduce the size. So after pounding it, I'm going to be adding water to raise it off. After raising it off with water, we are going to do what? Add up another water. Make sure the water is covering it very well and allow it to soak for some time. So we are going to be soaking this for an hour while we wait for our beans to parboil. This beans takes a lot of time before it gets done. So I started making this meal by 2 p.m. that very day. So it took about 3 hours for this meal to be well cooked. So we are boiling the beans naturally. So this is me checking the dry cocoyam that I soaked, if it is well soaked. If it's okay, you are going to notice that it's going to be soft. So next, I have raised off my bean. This is the second time I'm going to be cooking it. It's a little bit tender here, but we still want it to be more tender. So I'm going to be straining. I just finished straining out the cocoyam from the water. So you are going to tie it into a leather bag in smaller portion. So after tying it up, make sure you tie it very well. Don't allow air to any space in between the bag. So I'm going to be adding it up to my cooked beans. So over here now, the beans is a little bit more tender. So I have moved it over to my gas stove. I no longer use the charcoal pot because I think it has served its purpose. So you can complete it in any pattern of cooking method you want to use that, but I decided to continue over here. So I'm adding in my tied cocoyam after soaking it for 1 hour. So I'm going to place it at the top and cover it and give it some time for it to boil. So this will be cooked for like 15 minutes. Then you are going to turn it the other way around so that it will be well cooked. For you to know that it is well cooked without opening it, you notice that it has gradually separated itself inside the bowl, the nylon bag, I mean to say. So these are what I'll be using, and I'm also going to be adding alpaca. I'm going to be writing the English name over there. So you are going to heat up your oil, not bleach your oil, please. Heat up your oil a little bit. Then you add assorted onion inside the oil and stir very well. So this is where I'm stirring my onion. You allow it to be a little bit fried before you are going to go in with your spicy. The spice I'm going to be adding in this meal is just pepper, salt and my Maggi. So I'm stirring it very well for it to be well fried. So this is what we call alpaca, but I'm going to write the English name over there. I've forgotten the English name as of the time I'm making this video. So this particular meal, you need enough pepper, like it needs to be spicy depending on your taste though. But it's something that even if you add much pepper, it takes time for it to reflect in the meal. So the beans is not something that make you feel pepperish. That is why we always add enough pepper to taste. So I'm going to allow the oil to simmer together with the onion. We allow it to fry very well for some time. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to stir and check if it's well fried. As you can see, it's well fried. So you are going to love this meal, I tell you guys, because it's more healthy and very, very well traditional. So I'm going to be adding my alpaca. It's called oil bean. I just remember the name. I'm going to add in this. Is very rich in protein and also very good to this body. So after adding it, we are going to give it a very good stir. So So you stir it gradually, you stir gradually. So after stirring it for some moments, we're not going to be frying this for a long period of time. And also we don't want our oil to be bleached because we want to obtain all the nutrients from the oil and make it taste more great. So I just added in my seasoning over there and give it a good stir. Then I just added my scent leaf, a little bit of scent leaf. I just chopped a scent leaf and added to sword, give it a good taste. Like scent leaf is compulsory for this meal. It makes it more traditional and give it a good taste. So I add salt to taste, and this is our sauce for our bean. So we are going to add this mixture over to our pot where our beans is already cooked. But before then, we have already removed the cooked cocoyam and display them inside our pot, inside our bowl, I mean to say. So this is the last time of me confirming if my beans is well tendered. You can see how soft it is. So I have added in my cooked cocoyam. Then I'm going to mix it properly together with the bean. After that, I'm going to turn the oil, but I'm not turning everything. I'm going to turn the oil inside my bean and stir very well. You see, we still need the oil to be what, very reddish. So that is why I made it that way. So I'm adding the oil because this particular bean is so nutritious, and also it consumes a lot of red oil. So you need to add enough oil. So this is me after mixing it, and this is the remaining oil. So anytime I'm dishing my meal, I'm going to be coating it with the remaining palm oil and the rest of the ingredients you see over there. So if you want to dish it out, we are going to scoop out the bean that is already mixed. So I scoop it out, and then I'm going to be greasing it with the palm oil and the oil bean that is in that different pots, like the sauce over there. So this is how it looks like. This meal is very healthy, and I'll ask you to give it a try. And if you have tried this before, or you are from the eastern part, drop a comment and tell us if this is how you prepare yours. So do have a wonderful day, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.